15 facts about Huskies. A few years ago, Siberian Huskies became very popular. A significant role in this was played by the cult series Game of Thrones. People chose this breed because of the resemblance to direwolves. However, dog owners did not always take into account that Huskies are sled dogs and are not quite suitable for the role of cute pets. Townspeople were eager to get fluffy blue-eyed puppies, and then, when they grew up in the freedom-loving large animals, abandoned them. To this day, Huskies are considered one of the most common breeds in shelters for homeless animals. 1. Huskies will require long walks. They are very active dogs, so they are on the move most of the day. When choosing this breed, keep in mind that the dog will need regular, intense walks, the more often the better. And, by the way, remember that Huskies are sled dogs, so they love to run. You might have to love running, too. 2. The dog's brain also needs training. Huskies not only need physical exercise, they also need mental training. So the owner will have to frequently walk the dog in different places, explore new routes, play, and teach him how to overcome obstacles. With regular exercise and movement games, your pet will behave like the most affectionate and obedient animal. 3. Huskies are not hunters or defenders. If you need a dog for protection, you will have to choose another breed. It is practically useless to use the Husky for protection, as they have no aggression towards humans, and the guarding instinct is kept to a minimum. Moreover, attempts to unblock this aggression can lead to mental disturbance in the dog, and, given its size, it may not be safe for others. As for the hunting instinct, the Husky has a strong hunting instinct, but they hunt exclusively for themselves and do not bring prey. 4. But they are excellent with children. Siberian Huskies can really easily become great companions for children. The Eskimos, who bred this breed, even had the tradition to bring a pack of Huskies into the house after the birth to keep the baby warm. True, you should not let children walk with this dog on their own. The fact is that Huskies are very strong and can tear from the leash. In this case, the child can dislocate his shoulder or elbow joint. 5. Huskies are very smart, but stubborn Huskies are difficult to train because they are very independent. He will most likely understand what you want them to do, but they will only do it if they want it. Siberian Huskies are not thinking in templates, as required for training. At the same time, these dogs need a strong leader beside himself, who by his persistence will be able to achieve obedience from the willful dog. Therefore, people with a weak character will be very difficult to tame these temperamental animals. 6. They are resentful dogs. Physical punishment is not the best way to educate dogs of this breed. Due to the nature of the character, the carrot and stick method does not work with Huskies. These dogs are very emotional and do not tolerate scolding well. They can get offended and sit in the corner for a long time. While training Huskies, it is better to praise them more often and encourage them with treats for good behavior. The pet will remember this and will be a good boy or girl. 7. Huskies are beggars. Huskies are pretty cunning. They are great at faking and playing to the public. Basically, they use all of their artistic skills to snatch something tasty. Realizing that by making a hungry look, he can get an extra piece, Huskies will again and again resort to this method. 8. and thieves. If a husky fails to beg for a tidbit, he will steal it. Husky and thieves are synonymous. If you leave food unattended, you can say goodbye to it. The dog will find a way to steal it. And it doesn't matter what's on the table, a piece of meat or a banana. 9. Huskies can attack cats and other small animals. The important point: earlier sled dogs were usually fed only in the winter, when they started to work in the sledge. The rest of the year the dogs were released, and they lived on wild food. Therefore, huskies have it in the head that they have to get their own food. This property of the breed brings certain problems for the owners of the dogs. So, seeing a cat, a chicken, or even a hare on its way, the dog is likely to try to catch up and strangle the prey. True, if the puppy has been raised with a cat or other pet since childhood, he will not hunt them. 10. Poochies are huskies' best friends. Huskies love digging through garbage and making supplies. Chances are, your pet will bring home all the uneaten bones and other junk and hide it in all the nooks and crannies. You can't help it, it's instinct. 11. They don't bark. It is not typical for these dogs to bark. Nevertheless, they can be very talkative. Any strong emotion, be it joy or outrage, makes the huskies howl just like real wolves. 12. There will be a lot of fur in the house. Siberian Huskies are quite clean, they do not drool, and their fur and skin are odorless. But, breeding huskies, keep in mind that they do have a lot of hair, so it is better to get a reliable vacuum cleaner in advance. Molting takes place twice a year naturally, but the thick undercoat needs to be combed out, otherwise you will get hair everywhere, even in your food. 13. You'll have to hide your shoes, and more, at first. The first year is considered the teenage period for huskies. This is the most difficult time, when they chew and scratch everything. If you don't get special toys or bones, your shoes or other valuables will do the trick. Also, the puppy may bite your hands quite roughly while playing. In this case, you need to educate him, stop the fun every time he allows himself such pranks. 14. Husky, a northern breed deciding to get a dog of this breed. Remember that Siberian Huskies do not tolerate the heat very well after all. Yes, they are able to adapt to the hot climate, but at the same time they may not feel themselves in the best way. In the summer period, it's better to walk with them in the evenings and keep them in the shade and cool during the day. Also, on no account should you trim or shave huskies. Their fur is insulation from the heat and moisture. 15. These dogs are prone to escape. These dogs can be quite free-spirited. Huskies have been known to jump over fences, smash house windows with their muzzles, and jump out windows. They are fairly quick to learn how to open doors on their own, as well as to make digs. Do not forget that they are very intelligent animals. Bottom line in general, Huskies are charming dogs, very social and friendly. The main thing is to find an approach to them and start training at an early age. Then your pet will become your best friend. However, if you feel that you cannot devote much time to training, it is better to give up the idea to get a husky, because this breed needs education like no other.